Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today we are going to play as Tainted Samson, who we just unlocked. And Tainted Samson is a fun character. We get an XL floor, so I do need to be a little bit careful from the get-go. But the more enemies you kill as Tainted Samson, the more red you become, until you eventually reach a breaking point of redness. Chocolate milk is a pretty damn good start. And once that breaking point happens, you'll have some extra effects which are pretty cool. So for now, let's just try to not lose our Devil Deal chance by immediately running into an enemy. And destroy everything on our way. I kind of want to try to do Mega Satan, but I don't know if it's going to happen if we lose our Devil Deal that quickly. There we go. We are now at the breaking point, and now we are effectively a really strong version of the Forgotten. Every time we kill someone, it's going to slightly increase the amount of time it takes before that effect wears off. And it is very powerful. As you can see, apparently you can also use it with chocolate milk, which I actually didn't know, but I guess it makes sense since that's effectively how the Forgotten works as well. But yeah, fair enough. Good to know, I suppose. But for now, we are just going to be running forwards, trying to... I guess I might as well go for boss rush and hush and stuff like that. If we were to not quite reach it in time, then that's fair enough as well. I just want to have a good time with this character, really. There is the boss room. There is still a thing to find. A whatchamacallit. An item room, but I'm just going to do this right now. Also, if you take damage, I believe it also adds to the charge of... oh, and also if you deal damage, I guess, it adds to the charge of getting that effect to happen. So it is all in all pretty great. I will just look for my item room first. I kind of want to blow up that beggar, actually, because that would kind of resolve some of my Devil Deal chance issues, but I would need a bomb for that. There is a gray chest waiting for me between some spikes and flames, which I could get. Also, the nice thing about chocolate milk is that you can destroy flames with relative ease, so it does speed up the process a little bit. This is also tempting to blow up if I have a bomb for sure, but we'll see what we can get, I suppose. I have taken a quite substantial amount of damage on this floor already, which is not great, but fair enough. Let's just see if we can actually survive this run, I guess. It has been a while since I've played this character, but it's definitely not one of the harder characters, so I'm kind of surprised how kind of horrible this is going, but you know, that's how it is sometimes. Pop, not amazing, but not terrible. That doesn't really seem like that's gonna happen, but I do want to check out my shop, I guess. I'm a little worried about... That's a bomb and that's chaos, but I can't afford chaos, unfortunately. I do kind of want to get this chest right here, but I think I'm going to just heal up with the lunch that is waiting for me. Because my health is getting into the danger zone, as you can see. And I don't think I want to deal with any of this. And let's destroy the beggar first as well. We didn't find any keys, which isn't great. Also, there is some health in this room as well. Also, I still have that 2 of hearts if need be, but I'd rather keep that for now, I suppose. That really does do quite a number on your Devil Deal chance if you blow up one of those beggars in this particular floor, yeah. I didn't expect it to actually be quite that high, but fair enough. With this, though, I can more safely get that chest in the middle of those, well, spikes at this point. The flames are all gone. And hopefully that contains something good. It could contain like a key, which would be nice for that golden chest. It could contain a bomb, so I could blow up the shopkeeper in the secret room. Or it can contain a soul heart, which is also not terrible. So I will actually take that. We have 7 coins. I could buy this key. I could have bought the sack, actually, which might have been a better investment, but we'll see if this ends up working out. 3 bombs, very good. In that case, I will just blow up that shopkeeper real quick, spending maybe a bit more time than I should on this floor, but I think ultimately it doesn't matter too much. Let's blow up these pots as well. No coins, that's unfortunate. However, we have a decent amount of damage to play with, Could just real quickly blow up these flames as well to see if we can get some good stuff out of that. Got some health back at least, so that's nice. And let's keep going. It's not like we're particularly slow if we're wanting to try to go for boss rush if we're not going for angels. With angels, it might get a little precarious because it does take a minute to destroy those, but we'll see, I guess. Haunt, which I guess that's fine. With chocolate milk, this isn't too bad since the ghosts do die pretty quickly at that point. Kind of want to keep this bomb in case I do get an angel room somewhere along this run. That was a weird little bounce there. And we did get a devil deal, which I'm just going to skip for now and move on ahead. But yeah, when you play this character properly, then you can see how it would get through the run fairly quickly. My charge rate is actually pretty fast right now with this chocolate milk, which I'm liking. Hopefully we can get a bit more tear rate and a bit more damage along the line, but so far things are looking pretty great. I am, at this stage now, once again trying to play the game without taking damage, because I only have one soul heart, even though I have a pretty large amount of hearts available. I would kind of like not losing my soul hearts right now. My angel room chance is 67 because we just got out of an Excel floor, so that was pretty lucky as well. With that in mind, it might actually be better to go for angel rooms just because we did end up getting that devil deal on the previous floor. So, yeah, we'll see what we get, I suppose. We got another bomb, which is good if we want to blow up a shopkeeper. If there is another coin or battery beggar as well, that would be wonderful, but we'll see about that, I suppose. Charge up that hammer. God, that is so powerful. Look at that. That clears up rooms so quickly. There we go. We don't have a key currently, which is a little worrying, but fair enough. The range with chocolate milk on this as well is just absurd. But we are just ramming through this floor. It is such a fun character when you get something going. And we really don't have that much, but it's enough to get some of this stuff to work. Now, kills and damage work for recharging that thing, so unfortunately, because I didn't actually kill these enemies, it ended up slowing down my charge rate by just enough that it became a problem, but yeah, fair enough. Let's go in here. That is never a bad sign. I once again clicked the button to open the encyclopedia. I kind of want to just turn off that mod at this stage just because I'm not really using it, and I'm more often than not clicking that by accident, so I should probably be a little bit more careful around that. That's a lot of money. I really would like to get another key now, actually. But, actually, let's go to the curse room, I'm thinking about it. Also, I'll just get this. That's not how that works. For some reason, I thought that was just self-inflicted damage when I did that, but it's a spike. Oof. Well, it's one of those days, you know? Occasionally, you're gonna do a run as a character that's not particularly difficult, and then you get caught by your own hubris. That is Guppy's Eye, which is not terrible, but not, like, overly amazing either. But it does tell you what's inside chests, so if I were to be able to go into that challenge room, I'd be able to tell what's in those 2 golden chests. Actually, I'm just gonna use this 2 of hearts. Use that to see what's inside. It is just a bomb and some coins. And also, I don't have a key, so there's really no point to me even having checked that. But I guess I'll know that for the future. And that's fine too, I suppose. If we don't get an angel room here, we'll pretty much have a 100% chance on the next floor, but there is still the problem of actually surviving and not taking damage on that entire floor, which I'm a little concerned about with how things are going right now. But we're just gonna have to try our best, I suppose. Ultimately, it's the only thing we can do. And hopefully we can get a soul heart before leaving this floor as well. If we're, I mean, 23% chance, we still have like an okay chance to get it to open for sure. It's just not amazing. Kind of want to check this out for a super secret room. I'll try 1 bomb. It was not there, and I'm definitely not going to check anything else, because I would like to have a bomb available in the instance that the angel room does open, even if the odds of that aren't exactly in my favor right now. A little bit, yeah, I never should take pop. I know I don't like it, and I always feel like it never really works out. Fair enough. This rotten heart is a little bit of extra protection to make sure I don't lose my angel room on the next floor, so that is fine. And Curse of the Maze, mildly annoying but overall manageable. We did get another key at least, so if something requires a key, then at least we can go in there, so that's nice. We should probably no longer just run into random spikes in the hopes that it's self-inflicted damage, but other than that, I think we got something going here. Soul of Judas is not terrible. And just like the Forgotten, you can pick stuff up while you're in that kind of berserk mode, so I would kind of like to do that with the Soul of Judas because it does add like an extra level of safety there. That's good. That is the Humbling Bundle. And I'll take that as well. I need to find a bomb somewhere, but with Humbling Bundle I do feel fairly confident that that's probably going to be okay. Plus I can just do that. So that is that problem solved. Into the secret room. Once again, we can see what's inside there as well. With a large amount of coins in there, I'm a little tempted actually. And since we just got 2 keys anyway, might as well grab it. Pretty damn good. Also, let's blow up the shopkeeper for, well, for good sake, I suppose. I suppose we didn't really need to do that, but still, in case we take damage again, it will increase our Devil Deal or Angel Room chances in a way, so that is good. This room, a little bit more annoying when your tiers are quite this slow. Wouldn't actually mind some shot speed with this build, but we'll see what we can get ultimately. Not really too interested in that. I could give a little bit to the donation machine to possibly increase my luck, but that's really about it, I think. I'll also just go into the curse room. Nope, won't do that because I will lose my Rotten Heart, which is currently my only defense, so I will later go into that curse room when I'm feeling a little bit more confident about the way I'm playing the game right now. Once again, this room is not a really big deal. It can catch you off guard with all the tiers that occasionally get shot towards you, but other than that, no real problem there. Range can be a little bit of a problem in such instances, I suppose, but yeah, range was not the problem that caused me to lose the Berserk effect that quickly there, unfortunately. Ah, I guess we tell Curse of the Maze to this room, so fair enough, I guess. Let's just clear these out before we start dealing with the boss. No problem so far. We just keep doing that. I'm entirely okay with that. Thankfully, had that Rotten Heart because once again I was caught off guard by the Berserk effect, so that was on me, I suppose. Miter is probably... is this part of the transformation? No, let's just take Miter then. Also, there's 2 angel statues in here, so that is... that's pretty good. That is pretty damn good, actually, because that solves a lot of potential issues. Means we only need to do this angel room, and then we're effectively done with needing them. We can also start going for devil deals as well, so pretty damn useful. There we go. Look at how strong that is. And immediately on to the next one where we can get a second key piece. I'll just pick this one up in case for some weird reason he also drops key piece 1. Simply because there already was one on the floor but never picked up. You never know with this game. Let's just be a little safe. There we go. As long as I'm prepared for it, it's not really that big of a deal. But anytime I'm not prepared for it, I do have a tendency to just suddenly be like, oh, I'm suddenly really fast and running into the enemy. I do need to be somewhat careful. But that is an entire key after 1 angel room. We got a Miter. Got a soul heart from that as well. I just picked it up immediately because I figured that door was going to stay closed anyway. Took some damage there, which is not ideal, but ultimately probably okay. I'm just going to run for it in the hope that I can do something like that, which is always pretty fun. We no longer need to worry about bombs so much anymore either, because we already destroyed all the angel statues. So any extra bombs I get now is a given, so that is wonderful. We're at 12 minutes. I kind of want to find my item room before moving on. And I hope it's somewhere over here. There we go. Other than that, I am tempted to just keep going so I can maybe reach that boss rush as well. We are still, time-wise, okay. We're not in the best situation, but not in the worst either. We are still Tainted Samson, and we can speed up the process if we really need to. Should probably go for that curse room though, but at the same time at this point I'm already walking back and I'm just going to call it a day on that one, I think. Keeping that Soul of Judas for any kind of precarious situation, I guess. I'm not really sure what I want to be using this on, but There's a couple instances where it could be pretty good, I'd say. Depths XL, that is actually not that terrible for trying to get boss rush either, because it means that we'll only have to find one boss room, and that's obviously pretty good. Let's just quickly clear out as much as we can with this Berserk as well. A shame that that was a dead end, because you do end up losing so much of that charge, unfortunately, but we did get a couple rooms cleared with that Berserk effect. I'm not really that concerned about losing my Devil Deal or Angel Room at this stage, because let's be honest, Angel Room is probably more likely. But I would like to get it. It does help out in the long run, obviously. There we go. And 2 hits is enough to clear the entire room. These enemies are quite annoying as well, that they keep splitting up into enemies when you hit them with the sword, which is fair enough, I guess, that when you hit them with the sword, they lose their head. That is a classic sword type thing to happen, I guess, but it is still a little annoying at the end of the day. Trying to deal with these enemies. My damage is not great, as you might have noticed as well, and that does concern me a little bit. Obviously, when you have the Berserk effect, the damage is pretty great because of Chocolate Milk, and Chocolate Milk Berserk is pretty much its own build, apparently, but I would like to have a little bit more during the actual non-Berserk phase as well, as it does take a while to clear anything at this stage. 14 minutes, depths 2 effectively, which is not too terrible. There we go. Run in this direction, hoping that the ghosts are going to be nice this day. Yeah. So far so good. I could have grabbed that money if I really wanted to by using my sword, but that's okay. And we are already charging up quite nicely. I wouldn't mind to get conjoined or something with this build either, I suppose, but not exactly counting on it. There's an item room with Book of Revelations. I will take that, actually. Pills, and seemingly nothing. I'm actually kind of curious what this is. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Star of Bethlehem, I don't mind that. That is some pretty decent damage at least. And we have found our boss room, so the boss rush is pretty much guaranteed at this stage. I was kind of hoping to avoid taking or using the Book of Revelations, because it means we're going to get a meat cube or bandage ball or something along the like at the end of this, which I'm not too interested in. I'd rather have a damage up or something like that, but it is what it is. Rather have the safety at this stage than to lose my... Well, I guess I didn't even really need to Angel Room to open thinking about it, because I already teleported it there. That's on me. But fair enough. Our chances are not super high that it opens anyway, even though I was a little bit more positive when it was actually lower, but you know, that was just hoping it would open. Mr. Me is okay, but not really that interesting. Not sure why I'm blowing up that shopkeeper. I'm making some decisions here that are just automation at this stage. Pheromones. Just take the battery and leave, I think. I don't really need any of this. For a Devil Deal, I wouldn't mind Mr. Me, but having the extra safety of the Book of Revelations ultimately is a really strong choice anyway, so I'd rather just go like this. We found both of our item rooms, so I think I'm just going to go. There is War, which is no surprise. Could have avoided that if I just went to the boss room quicker, but nah. I don't, at the end of the day, a meat cube isn't terrible. Neither is a bandage ball, so hopefully we can make some use out of that. It might function as a little bit of protection during the Hush fight if we reach that in time as well. So I'd argue that it's probably going to be okay anyway. There we go. And that is a meat cube. And there is the Star of Bethlehem, which is helping me out as well. Right in the middle of the room during this fight, that's obviously quite good. Look at how quick that is charging my attacks. It is pretty much instantly fully charged right now. Might as well use that there since it took some hits. There's no way that I'm gonna get Polaroid with this build, so I'll just take that. I also wouldn't mind the extra damage, and also, yeah, all in all, just pretty nice. Bookworm and Kidney Bean, both are, well, this is at least as part of the Bookworm transformation, and I guess I already had one book anyway, so that's not too terrible. And I guess I'm just gonna focus on Gish first. Is that a good idea? No, I'm gonna focus on this one first, because I think him spawning so many enemies is actually a little bit of an issue. There we go. Didn't actually see where he went there, so took an unfortunate hit, but doesn't really matter too much. And this is going to take a minute, but we'll get through that without any real problem. Even if we end up taking damage, the Book of Revelations can heal us. Apparently they was stunned as he was coming up, so that worked out. We can also just get rid of tears. Ooh, that got rid of so many parts of that boss in one hit there. That was very good. But look at the power of the Berserk mode. It is so damn good. I'd rather just keep it active for as long as I can for obvious reasons. Wouldn't have minded having the Star of Bethlehem here either, but that is what it is. The star can only do so much at the end of the day. That was obviously purposeful hits to recharge my Berserk mode there. Not at all an accident. It ended up kind of working out, I'd argue, but at least for speeding up the process here a little bit. Might as well use that Book of Revelations every time I can. And that was an unfortunate hit there. Who's the other boss? Haunt. It's a little annoying because it does take a minute before you can start hitting him again, but still manageable. So far, so good. Even if we only end up doing the boss rush during this run because my playing is a little bit lackluster, as you can probably notice. That's okay. It's at least some progress in this character. And anything counts, I'd argue. And that is exactly the kind of positivity that we're bringing to this fight today. Should probably be a little careful, though. So every now and then I play this game and it feels like everything is moving in slow motion, and today I'm kind of feeling like everything is moving at twice the speed, and it does make life a little bit trickier for sure. But ultimately, it's still not impossible. We have a decent build, at least decent enough for what we're trying to do here, so hopefully that is not a lie. And we'll be okay. If we can't beat Hush with this, you know what? Fair enough. As long as we tried our best, and that's all we can do at the end of the day. There we go. Angel. Get a couple good hits in there, hoping that the Brimstone... Oh my god, I was really hoping that Brimstone to just shoot forward. That works too, I guess. Because the Angel can very easily dispatch of that boss right there, so that is rather helpful. That is going to be a large amount of extra poops in this room. Also, I'm just going to leave any soul heart on the floor here, because I think that might end up being helpful in the long run. There is plenty of red hearts on this room, after all, so I can heal up those a little bit easier than the soul hearts as well. So I'd rather just do that. So far so good though. The Book of Revelations, I'm not too sure about what the smartest idea is though. And get a couple good hits in on you. Probably should have gone for this one since I can only hit him from one direction with my regular attacks, and my speed is actually pretty low. That's something I hadn't really realized until, well, I guess just now, that my speed is just base speed right now, and that is hurting me more than I had anticipated for sure. This is not ideal. This might work. Yeah, I did actually destroy the other boss there, so that's good. Another heart drop from the sounds of things, so that's good as well. There is someone who can shoot a Brimstone attack if he so desires. If you so desire. Or, yeah, Ragman can just die because I swung my sword once. I guess that's also an option. At this stage, I don't really need the Brimstone attack anymore, but I guess if that's what you want to do, that's fine too. It is a little bit easier to dodge, I'd argue, than some of his other attacks, so fair enough. 2 horsemen, kind of annoying, especially this one because he leaves creep all over the place. But not completely impossible to manage. Where's the other one? There he is. And they do die rather quickly. There's death. I do want to get off of his horse because those scythes are rather annoying. But these scythes are no longer a problem for the remainder of this fight, which is good. Let's just use our sword against the actual bosses though. Because look how quickly that gets them removed from the fight. Very good. 1 wave remains. Nearly done here. At the end of this wave we're going to get 1 more blip of charge, so I should probably use it just before the wave ends. There's 2 soul hearts in the bottom right corner of this room. And overall, not the worst experience with a boss rush for sure. 22 minutes, we can definitely still make it to Hush as well if we speed it up. That is Bookworm. which I don't mind. I should actually use the book as well, because there were a lot of enemies that died in this room, so might as well make the most out of that. There's another soul heart there. And the Star of Bethlehem will slowly but surely point us in the right direction as well. At least we can take the first step wherever this star goes, and after that just kind of hope that we're going in the right direction. Not going to wait for it the entire time, because that thing is not quick. But hopefully knowing where, well, roughly the direction is good enough. There we go. That's a lot of bones gone, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? That's not exactly what I expected when I saw the Star of Bethlehem going this direction, but perhaps there is a secret room right here. That seems unlikely, though. Yeah. Okay, where are you going? Actually, alright, fair enough. This is a weird little shortcut right here, but I'm digging it. This is going to be pretty useful for this fight as well. I will take the money, actually. And that pill. Just real quick, just grab that. For the Hush shop, it is kind of nice to have some money available, so I'd rather do that. But I do feel like following the Star of Bethlehem ultimately here ended up with a significantly shorter route through the floor, so hopefully that is correct. I'll just use this one more time. Even though I was going to say it might be worth saving that for the devil deal, but the odds of that working out in such a way is fairly unlikely. This is a terrible room when your movement speed is bad. I'm realizing this. But that's fair enough. We're getting through it slowly but surely. If I hit an attack, then that's good enough. For the most part, really. And the homing effect of the Star of Bethlehem was good enough to deal with that. I'm definitely turning that mod off at the end of this. I'm so bad at not clicking the control stick somehow. It's kind of unreal. Okay. Don't know why I'm trying to bomb out of this room when I could just press the button, but I guess that was more of a panic moment. That is spiders, which I could tell from Guppy's eye, so I didn't really need to open that much, but you know, it's nice to be sure, I suppose. Get those. I could wait for the Star of Bethlehem, I suppose, but I am a little bit lazy, so let's just get a head start on that. That is Conquest, which it's tempted to take his horse, really, because my movement speed is horrendous. I don't like it at all. But simultaneously, I do like having the healing available. That is an angel room with 7 sins or holy shot. I'm pretty sure I have to take holy shot here, right? Surely. Because with this, that's so good. God. Yeah, I don't love this at all. I'm gonna do it though. I really don't like what my movement speed was, and during the Hush fight I really need to be able to move around as well, so I'd rather just play it safe in that regard. Star of Bethlehem is going this way, plus it gives us flight as well, which is obviously really nice. Could have cleared one more room on the previous floor just for the sake of charging up that Book of Revelations, but nah. What is that? Oh, a rotten... No, it was just a sack that showed up what everything was, I think. If there is such a thing as a rotten sack, I don't think I have it unlocked yet. But also, I'm not sure if it's actually a thing, which is probably the more important thing. Let's just zoom through this, because it's going to fully charge anyway at the end of this room. There we go. Clear out these enemies with relative ease. Get into the curse room, because they're effectively free right now anyway. No soul hearts, but we can fly out of there, so no problem either. I think we are going in the right direction this time around, judging from how many rooms we've done, so waiting for the Star of Bethlehem does not seem wise. Could look for my secret room, I suppose, and Perthrow is probably better than Soul of Judas, so... I guess I'll just use the Soul of Judas during the Mom's Heart fight if I really needed to. Have that level of extra safety there, but... other than that, I'm not really too interested in that. But it definitely does have its uses, the Soul of Judas. Curious if I want to use the horse here. Yeah, let's just do that. That's an unfortunate hit right there, but fair enough. We did it. We got a soul heart for our efforts, which is surprising. And we can go onwards to Hush. So far so good. Our health is fine. We have 6 keys. I really didn't look at my key count at all, but I can see what keys I have. This would have been a nice thing to get earlier. And I'll just go to these first. I mean, I do have the ability to hold 2 active items, but I do genuinely think this is better. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for that. What's over here? Tears up or multicolored tears with different status effect. But Eden's Blessing. Eden's Blessing also gives you an item for your next run, and that could be really useful as well. So that is a tricky one. But at the same time, I do really like the Play-Doh cookie. As you may have noticed from every single run where it has appeared, and it has appeared quite a lot lately, admittedly. Let's just put some coins in here. Kinda hoping that I can increase my luck, but this is getting worryingly high. I mean, this will give me luck. Also, I can just carry 2 trinkets, right? That's a good point, actually. I guess I'll take this since I didn't have a trinket anyway. And Tears Up. Well, that does make Eden's Blessing less good, because I'm almost capped up on tears right now. So I guess I'll just take this. I don't know if it's a good idea, because it is... Eden's Blessing is strong. You can get some really strong starts with that in your next run. Specifically, it does make getting boss rush on certain times just a little bit easier, because you start off with that extra little boost right there, so... Definitely does have its uses. World card. Yeah, fair enough. Let's just go. World card is also somewhat tempting for sure, but... Alright. Oh my god, the holy shot melee attack as well. That is wonderful. But look at what this does to the tears that he's shooting as well. They are just flying away. It's so good. Such a good character. I just really enjoy this character a lot, which is probably obvious, but I feel like I need to point it out every chance I get, how strong some of these things are. I can just chill over here. Obviously it doesn't charge much while I'm just damaging him, but it's doing something. I could just zoom through him with my horse at any point, but I don't think I need to right now. I'd rather do it when things are a little bit trickier. Or when there's like a bunch of enemies around or something like that. It does help out in those situations. I do famously not enjoy those enemies that spawn at a later point that are just shooting tears all over the place, so I would like to avoid those as much as I can. This could be pretty good in terms of retaining it, at least, but they all decided to leave. Which is fair enough, I guess. It's up to them, but I still wouldn't have minded if this was one of the series of flies where it just sort of follows you around instead. Those would be pretty good right now. But I'd say my damage right now is probably acceptable. That's annoying. Nothing that can be done about this, unfortunately. Hush's strongest weapon is his invincibility at the end of the day. Not sure where I want to stand for this. This seems fine. Little precarious when there's so much going on. Ooh, that's a lot. But simultaneously, I have big sword. I have big sword, you see, and that is solving my problems rather tremendously. Look at how many beams just came out of there as well. So good. I haven't actually taken damage yet. I mean, that's a surefire way to immediately take damage, but still, the fact that up to that point I hadn't taken damage yet, that's unreal to me. Given how the start of this run went, where I nearly died in Basement 1, so yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, some level of safety by doing this, but it does feel a little precarious. These enemies are all spawning next to me, so that's fine. Don't really need to use my horse for that. And yeah, slowly but surely. I don't love the one still coming from the top, but that's okay. It's working out, I think. This is also a little worrying, but fortunately he stopped doing that immediately so I could start shooting tears again. Overall, Hush is being kind of nice right now, which I can appreciate. And that should be it pretty much, right? Yeah, there we go. Very good. Soul of Samson has appeared in the basement, which I believe is basically just that berserk effect for a little bit. So that's obviously pretty good. We have a per throw rune for the Dark Room, which I'm liking a lot. I just sort of instinctively went right immediately, but the Star of Bethlehem agreed with me, so that's nice. There is a range up in that chest, which I'll take. Don't mind that. This is pretty much going to resolve a lot on its own, so that's good as well. And that'll do some damage. Even against Monstro 2, big sword, pretty effective. That's pretty good. I should remember to use this as well, but I wasn't. If there's a gulp pill anywhere here, that'd be lovely, but I don't think there's any way that I can reasonably get 5 of them. So, yeah, that's what it's gonna be, unfortunately. I guess I would like to have this actually activate as much as possible, so I should probably just keep that. I'm not sure how much it affects it, but not having it is probably worse than having it, I would argue. But those holy shots are dealing quite a bit of damage, so quite useful indeed. That is not a problem. I could use some more keys, actually. That would be really nice. It's like the one thing I'm missing right now is keys for some reason, which is fairly unusual. Let's get there. Some soul hearts. I guess that's fine, but not really something I need currently. And I do like that you can just do that through rooms. It does make life a little bit easier. When going for cursed rooms, trying to navigate the world a little bit quicker. Star of Bethlehem slowly but surely telling me where to go. Fish. That's a speed up right there, which I don't particularly need. And seemingly an empty chest again. This might be a teleport to the devil deal. Yeah. Angel room again, which is fair enough. But I can't quite tell what this chest has. Oh, it's a chest with a golden chest inside it, right? Okay. I'm seeing what that says now. I hadn't actually noticed the chest around it somehow. But speed ups aren't as good, but ultimately I might reach the point where I want to get rid of the horse, and then it would be kind of nice. It seems unlikely that I'd want to get rid of the horse, but it's certainly not impossible, and if I have some movement speed available when that happens, then I'd be pretty happy. Might as well wait for the stars since we're not in a rush right now anyway. And that'll probably do. 3, 4. Very good. That dies immediately. Whew, that did so much damage in one hit. It also pretty much insta-charged it, which is pretty damn great, obviously. And let's just try and stay close to the star, because that is so much damage. Plus, look at that extra damage you get from the Star of Bethlehem. It's so powerful. It's a shame we can't take that into Mega Satan, I suppose, but yeah, it is what it is. That's Brimstone. I mean, I guess I might as well just open everything at least, but I think Brimstone is pretty much a given. I'm not sure how it works with chocolate milk, but it's probably good. Okay, yeah. That seems pretty cool. That's actually a really cool effect. I hadn't actually seen that work before, so that's nice. What? Full run for Red Heart's never gonna happen. We already have Bookworm. We have one part of Conjoined, I think. That's right, yeah. Oh, whoops. I need to do that properly. But I'd say that this is an interesting effect. Like an interesting combination of things right now that are going on. Also, the chocolate milk brimstone like sword attack is interesting because it's still the same like brimstone that the Forgotten has, but just with a little bit more usefulness because you can, thanks to the chocolate milk, you can also just still charge your attack. There's a lot going on with that build right there. I for one appreciate it. Not having to fully charge Brimstone is an interesting experience, and it does add like an extra layer of safety at the end of the day, so I can appreciate that as well. And also it is using the Brimstone effect a lot more with this sword. Now I can just seemingly, not quite spam it I guess, but it's pretty damn close. I need to be somewhat careful here. Should have probably waited for the star, but I didn't. Yeah, that'll do it. God, that just destroys him as well. No Delirium Portal, but I'm kind of okay with that because we still need to do a thing anyway. Kind of want to do the rest of the floor, but I'm a little bit concerned about how my health is going right now. So hopefully we can make this work. We are out of soul hearts right now, which I don't like. It is a little fiddly to use Brimstone with this character specifically. Just because it stops shooting when you suddenly turn into the other one, the Berserk mode. And that is causing some troubles with my damage situation. Obviously they then die really quickly afterwards, but it is a little fiddly for sure. There we go. Bean. Let's just throw that. That is chocolate. I'm getting a lot of the same items again, but you know what? I'm curious to see what this is going to do, if anything. That is actually a little frustrating though, I'm not gonna lie. How are you not dead yet? You have taken so many hits. There are 2 red hearts in there. My damage is pretty astronomical as well whenever I'm shooting a full charged Brimstone. Occasionally it's shooting all over the place as well, which is really cool. There is a blue flame there, which is a little tempting. And I should probably look for my secret room as well. Not just a super secret one. No worries. I took a hit there, but that's fine. There is still those 2 red hearts waiting for me, so that's filling me with some confidence. That is greed. But greed got removed. There is a black heart there, which I will just leave on the floor for now. Don't know if there was a tinted rock in this room, and I don't think there is. Not sure what my trinket is doing at this point in the run, but it's doing its best is what it is. Did I take the quarter? I didn't, I think. I left it there. I got an Alga's rune, which is actually really good for the Mega Satan fight. Ran into that tier with some confidence. Was hoping that somehow that wouldn't damage me, but I'm not sure which part of me was like, yeah, that's how that works. But there was a part for sure. Not sure how much I should charge against some of these enemies because I feel like some of them are just going to be dying very quickly to these attacks anyway. That's not bad. Not really getting great trinkets, but I'm also not really sure what I'm particularly looking for, I suppose. And get rid of that. There's another rune over there. It is Ansu's, which I actually don't mind. I might as well take this. That might have an effect on me. I'm not sure if it does. I'm not sure if it does. Alright, let's do that so we can see where the super secret room is. We have an Alga's rune. Nose Goblin is good, but just gonna leave that alone for now. Tempted by the book, actually. The Book of Belial, that is, because that could be pretty good for the boss fight itself. It's only 1 heart, I think, as well. So that's obviously not bad. That is some extra charges. There's no real point in blowing them up, so I might as well just see if I can get some extra charges and maybe get a better trinket. I'm not really sure, like I said, what I'm looking for in particular. But I'm not really too bothered about it, I guess. Just gonna sit here for a minute and feed this creature until I'm bored, which is coming up. It's getting there for sure. And also my coins are running lower and lower as we speak, of course, so there is that to consider. That could be extra keys, but I don't really need them at this stage. No. Come on. There we go. That's a ringworm. Could be an interesting effect for sure, but not sure if it's really going to be better than what I currently have. That's jumper cables, which is obviously not too terrible. Dim bulbs. Is that going to affect me when... Yeah, it is. Only when I have the right item selected, but still, that's not bad. I want to see this at least. Yeah, that looks about as weird as it should. But I think I'd rather have the dim bulb, especially if I'm using the Book of Belial as well. I think that's going to combo really nicely. Let's just bomb our way into there. Get that. Might as well take this. For those 25 sweet, sweet coins. A lot of trinkets on this floor. It's a shame that we didn't get gold pills anywhere in this run. But that's just the way it is. I want to keep this, I think. Because my speed is currently 1.8. Which surprises me, because I don't feel like it should be. I have the belt. Hang on. What do I have? I have the belt. I have the belt. Yeah, I don't know. I might have just bugged out my speed somehow by picking and dropping things in a strange order or something. But either way, sure. I will fully take that and not worry about a thing. Oh, it's because I didn't bold, right? I'm not paying any attention. It's been a weird run. I don't know what to look at anymore. A little concerned that he spawned enemies immediately, but fair enough. It's not the end of the world. Might actually make life a little easier at the end of the day, although when he does this I can't really get close to him. So that's unfortunate. That one died immediately. Yeah, our damage is pretty good. Our damage is pretty good when it's going. Let's just shoot some regular powered tears at him. That's a black heart right there, surprisingly, but that is how it goes with the fruitcake after all. Occasionally you just get black hearts, and every single time it confuses me. And I will take it every single time because it is just really, really nice. I don't have flight anymore, which I actually need to remember. Also, I'm getting charges on my item because of the jumper cables, which is not actually as good as it sounds. Because it means I kind of have to use one of my active items again, and I don't really have any way to do that. Sure. I guess. Have two ones with swords. Should be a good combo, I'd say. Forgotten got hit. I didn't. Forgotten got hit. I didn't. Very good. He's actually being a pretty good shield for me right now. I can appreciate that. There you go. Last phase. Let's just use this for good measure. Hoping that we're not going to get that delirium portal, because I probably would have liked Algiz more for delirium, but you know what? Don't worry about it. There goes the Forgotten. He did his best. I think I lodestoned Mega Satan there, so his flames were just going towards him instead. Obviously quite nice. And this should do it, probably. No, he's nearly there. His skull is very cracked. Come on. Please die? Oh my god, this is actually becoming worrying. There we go. That got way too close. Way too close. I'm just gonna give it a shot. I'm not really too confident about this build against Delirium, but maybe we can get some health on the floor. We got a crane game in the basement, which is interesting. That'll show up when it shows up, I guess. Oh, I should actually follow the Star of Bethlehem on this one so I can make sure not to go into the actual Delirium fight immediately. Unfortunately, that is going to take a minute and might ultimately not be worth it, but yeah. That's the way it is, unfortunately. Because, yeah, once again, the Star of Bethlehem sees things that I do not, and I opened up that without needing a bomb. I guess I can just blow these up if I take my time here. Because at least one of my tier effects is destroying them. That's a Balls of Steel pill, which is obviously amazing. This, I think, is going to guarantee drop a Soul Heart as well. And it did, so that's good. And that is just all the money in the world. Fair enough. Let's just quickly 100% make sure that the Soul of Bethlehem is indeed going in there, and indeed it is. And assuming that the last time wasn't a fluke, that should effectively be Delirium there, so that is good to know. Need to kind of make a note of that somehow, but I also like the little brimstones, thinking about it. I hadn't actually really even thought of that, but you have like many varieties of brimstone with this character right now. Interesting. If I find any sort of teleportation, I'll definitely verify if Delirium is indeed there, but I feel fairly confident that he is. So I'm not too worried about that. My range is like slightly too low, unfortunately, and that concerns me a little, but other than that, no worries. 99 coins. Should I? Should I? Guess I might as well. Not sure what kind of trinket I'm looking for in particular, but there probably are some good ones. There is like blessed. Well, that works too, I guess. Oh, that doesn't work at all, actually. I must not pick that up because my dim bulb would never work again if I take that, and I do like the dim bulb, actually. It does make me rather quick at times, as you can see. Safety scissors aren't too terrible either. I'm just gonna hope. Okay. So far so good on the this is not delirium front. Took a decent chunk of damage there by accident, but... And there's no red hearts on this floor still, which is actually a worry. Don't like that. But we'll just play this a little bit safer. Hopefully we can find some hearts somewhere on the floor. We already found a secret room, so I don't need to bomb that. And I will just go in here real quick and play this machine for a minute. Because I think I might be able to get some hearts out of this at least. It's not the most effective way for sure. Theoretically, I could get the dollar bill like this as well, and I have still not actually picked that up on this save file, so that would just be a nice thing to get out of the way. Also, the Spear of Destiny will just destroy any fly that spawns, so that is making life a little safer as well. Anytime I can't see it, I run away because I'm scared it's a troll bomb, but that time I just didn't see it, I guess. This is taking a minute, though. There we go, that's pretty good. I can't actually walk around... I might. There we go. It's a little fiddly to walk around this, but it's possible. Weirdly difficult. Skolex, no worries. Weird to see those enemies in this room. That's probably weirder than seeing Skolex in this room, out of all things. Just seems unusual. Fair enough, I guess. Now there's two Skolexes and they died when I shot them. That's just odd. I don't know what this is going to do, but I'm curious. I think this makes like the buzzy... It's not even visible. Oh, it is with the smaller one. With the bigger one, it's not, but with the smaller one, there is like a ring of electricity around it, which does look pretty cool. I'd love to get another Alga's ring somewhere on this floor, but I'm guessing the odds of that are fairly small. That's a bunch of stuff. I haven't seen any tinted rocks yet. That's two more red hearts. That's good. That's the cage. And these sword attacks actually look pretty cool as well. That's not bad. Probably should have waited with picking that up, but oh well. This is such a ridiculous build. Like, even though it's a little fiddly in its use, but it is so cool. It is destroying things pretty well. As you can see right there. That did so much damage to Mom's heart immediately. Come on. Come back down. There you go. Very good. That's two more soul hearts. So that's two in my hand. There's three currently on the floor, I think. Oh god, I pressed that by accident. Well, that's two more soul hearts for me. Kinda hope I don't lose those. That was silly. Oh well. Hopefully that's not going to end up biting me in the butt, but I'm sure it won't. He laughs awkwardly. But, even if it does, then, you know what? Mistakes were made. That's a lot of cards. Let's just use the world. That gives me a better idea of where to go. Lovers, Magician, High Priestess. I'll take High Priestess. I kind of want to have Magician for the Delirium fight, I think. Assuming that is going to work the way I think it does. There we go. That's 50% off. Could be good if we get a reroll. Or some weird shop somewhere. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some weird crawl space or something with a shop inside it that I haven't seen before. That's nothing. It is very over the top, isn't it? I do love it so much. That's a good way to run into a champion. What is that? I can't tell if it's an item or something. Or just one card. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I should probably at least clear out the entire floor. That one's a given. And then it just becomes a matter of... am I gonna win? Just need to be careful not to accidentally run into the delirium room, really. That's not bad to carry around with me while traversing through the floor, I guess. But other than that, I'm not really too interested in it. It does not proc frequently enough to really give it any thought or consideration on most days. Pins. There we go. Equality. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen. Some spiders, no worries. I'm dropping so much money sometimes, and I appreciate it. I will definitely make you pay out. And if there are enough red hearts on the floor, I'm also somewhat tempted. Restock is not that interesting, unfortunately, as you can probably imagine. Wow, I completely blanked on that one. Yeah, I'm tempted to play the blood donation machine, actually, like, not even kidding. Because if I can get a blood bag out of that, that'd be good, but at the same time, it's such a hassle for what is almost certainly not going to happen. Should definitely use the monster manual, at least. Not bad, little guardian angel, that's another orbital. So that is an extra layer of safety. I think I actually prefer this. We still have like a decent amount of rooms to clear anyway, so... might be able to get a couple decent followers out of that. Isaac, a little annoying. Not my favorite boss to fight at this stage, but at the same time, we're dealing plenty of damage, so I'm not too concerned. Guppy's tail. We are getting so close to a full Guppy transformation as well. We only need one more piece. That would be wonderful. Definitely not guaranteed with the amount of bosses we still have left, but it would be nice, for sure. Bunch of coins in that chest. Gish right here. Was kind of hoping to do that slightly better, but fair enough. Algis, very good. Okay, that's good. That is another soul heart. I mean, at the end, once I'm done just clearing out this floor, it just becomes a matter of just collecting hearts for a while. There's so many on this floor, which is very good. Making me feel a little bit more confident with our chances right there. I think I got the peeper or something like that. Not overly exciting, I guess, but something. Yera, that could be useful if we end up needing more hearts. That's really about it, though. Some bosses still dying instantly. Very much appreciative of that. There we go. There's a pill in there. Not sure which one. Definitely not going to worry about it either. Hoping that... No, I was hoping that that was 15 enemies, but unfortunately it was not. Not sure what follower we just got, but hoping for some... Oh, it's little... or Big Chub? I think his name is. It's one of the chubs. One he is. Bunch of stuff. Starting to have to be a little bit careful here, but only really barely. There's only one room remaining. After that, it's heart collecting time. Very good. Okay. So, from this point on, it becomes a matter of just finding hearts, picking them up. Eternal Heart, I believe, is an extra layer of security, so I appreciate that. There's a Tinted Rock there with a small rock inside. I don't mind that, even though it is a speed down. I'm hoping the damage up is going to compensate that. That is actually a pretty significant speed down. I'll take the battery. That's apparently in this room somewhere. There it is. For one more use of the monster manual. Plus it gives me some movement speed anyway. Puts me back at 1.6, which I can appreciate. I don't think Delirium usually has the problem of spawning that many enemies, but I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem, because that is my main worry right now. Cannot pick up these hearts. Don't have flight, unfortunately. I can pick up those hearts, though. Very good. And I believe there is plenty of black hearts on the right side of this level. So let's just get all of those. But yeah, I am concerned that the dim bulb is only going to be effective for so long. And I'm hoping that's going to be long enough, really. But we'll see. In any other instance, I'd be very happy with the build we currently have. But this one instance, I'm just feeling very uncomfortable about the whole situation. I guess I can wait with using Book of Belial until I get one charge on this book. So that way I can just keep the dim bulb active for as long as possible. I think that's going to have to be the strategy here. Because I think that way I can keep my movement speed, and that's really important during that fight. I'm a little bit concerned about when it spawns like Mom's heart and stuff like that and just starts spawning eyes everywhere, because you do really need to take care of those. And if that's going to recharge my item, that's obviously not ideal. I don't think I had dim bulb when... I don't think I had dim bulb when I got that. Oh, this might be good actually. I can use Sharp Plug to recharge my item and then immediately use it again if need be. It would pretty much just be the Book of Belial. It'll cost 1 full heart to do. But I think that is technically worthwhile. There is also a luck up here, I believe. Yep. And a range up as well. Yes, Mother transformation. Very good. And I think that'll just have to do. It is time to try and fight Delirium with a build that in most other instances I'd be like, yeah, easy. But I don't know. Today I'm just not really feeling my hands, I guess. So, yeah, it's a worry. But I'll just have to do my best and hope it works out. And that's what we're going to do. The Star of Bethlehem is over there as well, waiting for us, so that is good. Although it is, once again, in kind of an awkward location for sure. Okay, I'm a little bit less concerned now. Now that I'm seeing how much damage we're actually doing. Use that. Also, it did the bug again, so that's good. Hopefully it's going to create some hearts on the floor. God, I was maybe a little bit over worried here. I mean, we're not done yet, but I still have algaes. As well. God, once I attack in the Star of Bethlehem, it just insta-charges the sword as well. It's so quick. Yes, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I was really worried about nothing. I was going to use algaes here for good measure, but really don't think I needed it to be as concerned about this as I was. I mean, I understand that when you see this build, you cannot imagine that you're really too worried about things, but I really was. I feel like this run just felt a bit awkward in terms of how well I was playing, but god, everything just died instantly. Once the Delirium fight started, it went so quick. Very good. Oh, I didn't actually have that achievement yet, apparently. We unlocked Berserk for beating that as Tainted Samson. It is a lot of different unlocks for this character. It's a lot of things done as per usual when we do a Delirium run, pretty much, because it tends to be at the end of a Mega Satan run as well. All in all, I cannot complain. That was a lot, and I'm very happy about that. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll do another run as a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.